I know majority of us have been conditioned to think of love in a certain way, right? For instance, for me growing up, watching my father be abusive towards women, I used to think that love hurt. Okay, love meant that if a guy hit you, that technically means he loves you. Now, some people may say, that's some crazy mess, right? But you have to understand some people programming, right? And what they have been conditioned to believe. You may also feel like if a guy is constantly calling you, always like asking you where you are, controlling you and stuff like that, you may feel that is love as well. But one of the things I'm going to say is this: real love is selfless, okay, and free from fear. So if you're a person, and say for instance, you get into this relationship, and I remember seeing this along my journey, that when I would get into relationships, I felt like I had to be over the guy, like, so to speak, controlling, you know. And I often would say things like, I don't trust the guy. But it wasn't necessarily like, we really need to start changing our words, right? It wasn't that I didn't trust him. Because you see, before me and him got into that relationship, there were so many red flags that I wasn't trusting myself. When I seen the red flags, I would often say, although I seen this, and although he demonstrated that he was a cheater, perhaps I can change him. And oftentimes that would be exactly what I would try to do, is trying to change the person. But real love is letting a person be free. You cannot control people. And as much as we may try to do so by saying, oh, if you do X, Y, and Z, then I'm going to leave you. And oftentimes I would say that too. And I would keep on saying it because I wanted to remind him that if he was to do something that I did not like, oftentimes it was cheating, then I was going to leave him. But I would keep just saying the same exact thing out of fear, because what if he did do it, right? Let me just keep reiterating myself and repeating myself for the hopes that maybe it'll go into his mind that if I was to do this, I would lose her, right? But it was all operated from fear. I'm in the space right now where as though I love who I am and also who I'm becoming so much that I'm not looking to jump or rush into a relationship. Don't get me wrong, okay? Being in a relationship is great. I feel when you know how to love yourself and make yourself happy. And if you don't know how to do those things, I think your expectation of the next person is like you putting so much pressure on them because you're like, oh, well, you got to make me happy, or, oh, you need to love me. And I'm not saying be with somebody that don't love you, but what I'm merely more so saying is if you don't know how to love yourself, you could never be receptive of someone else's love, okay? Someone else giving you love, okay? Or demonstrating love to you. So I just wanted to do a video on this because, the way we have been programmed to believe love is and how love was oftentimes is really not the case, right? And you can go through your whole life and feel like, damn, well, why why I feel this way, or why I keep on attracting the people I attract. You attract the people you attract because you're still the same.